Barry Goldwater, the man who sparked the conservative revolution. What if I told you one man lost an election in a historic landslide and still changed America forever? In 1964, Barry Goldwater was crushed at the ballot box. The media called him dangerous. His opponents called him extreme. Even members of his own party distanced themselves. But 16 years later, America elected Ronald Reagan. And Reagan himself said, "I would not be here without Barry Goldwater." So who was this man? Why did he lose so badly, and how did his defeat lay the foundation for modern American conservatism? Let's dive in. Barry Goldwater wasn't born into politics. He was born in 1909 in Phoenix, when Arizona wasn't even a state yet. His family owned a department store. He grew up working, learning business, and understanding everyday Americans, not elite Washington insiders. When World War II broke out, Goldwater served as a pilot in the U.S. Army Air Force. That military background shaped him deeply. He believed in strength, preparedness, patriotism. After the war, he entered politics, eventually becoming a U.S. Senator from Arizona in 1953. This wasn't just another Republican senator. This was the beginning of a movement. The Conscience of a Conservative. In 1960, a short book changed American politics. The Conscience of a Conservative. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't long, but it was powerful. Goldwater argued government shouldn't be limited. States' rights matter. The Constitution means what it says. The federal government has gone far beyond its proper role, and America must stand firm against communism. This book electrified conservatives who felt ignored by both political parties. At the time, the Republican Party was dominated by moderates like Dwight D. Eisenhower and Nelson Rockefeller. Goldwater challenged the wing directly. He didn't want a softer version of liberalism. He wanted a clear conservative alternative. In 1964, Goldwater won the Republican nomination for president. His opponent? Lyndon B. Johnson, the incumbent president who had just taken office after the assassination of John F. Kennedy. The country was grieving, emotional, unstable, and Johnson's campaign painted Goldwater as dangerous. One of the most famous political ads ever aired against him, the Daisy ad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
These are the stakes. To make a world in which all of God's children can live, or to go into the dark. We must either love each other, or we must die.
Vote for President Johnson on November 3rd. The stakes are too high for you to stay home.
Called A Time for Choosing. That speech launched Reagan into political stardom. Goldwater had proven something critical. There was a massive conservative base in America that felt unheard. Over the next decade, the South shifted Republican. Grassroots conservative activism grew. Limited government and anti-communism became central GOP themes. By 1980, Reagan won the presidency in a landslide, carrying many of the same states Goldwater lost once. Goldwater planted the seeds. Reagan harvested them. Barry Goldwater wasn't easy to label. He was strongly conservative on government power and economics, but later in his life, he took more libertarian positions on social issues. He criticized the growing influence of the religious right in the 1990s. He defended individual liberty constantly, even when it wasn't politically convenient. Whether you agree with him or not, he believed in principle over popularity, and that's rare. Modern conservatism, as we know it today, traces directly back to Goldwater. Before him, conservatism was cautious and defensive. After him, it became bold and organized. Without Goldwater, there would have been no Ronald Reagan, no clear conservative platform in the GOP, and no ideological shift in American politics. He showed that ideas matter more than immediate victory. Sometimes losing changes history more than winning. Barry Goldwater didn't win the presidency. He reshaped a political party. He challenged the establishment, and he ignited a movement that still shapes America today. Was he misunderstood, too extreme, or simply ahead of his time? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy deep dives into conservative history, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Because history isn't just about who wins, it's about who changes the future.